Jeff Martin here from resetmeditation.com. Just finished up about a little over 2.5 hour political meeting, and it's just before 9:30 p.m., which means I've been going since 6:30 a.m. And so this is about how I set up my day by meditation, because I knew it was going to be a fairly long one, a fairly intense one. So going over the basics of the little planner, and then I'll let you know what happened in the meditation this morning. I'm at the place that we just had this meeting finish up, which is the community college here, Michigan Community College, and which is very nice. I came over to the courtyard to shoot this. We had it in a less exciting room. And so I started off with some meditation, a little bit of exercise in the morning, and then I had a 3-hour meeting starting at 8 a.m., right? So I woke up at 6:30 a.m., meeting at 8 a.m. that I had to drive to outside. That ended up being 3 hours of intense conversation with a friend about meditation, actually, and some intense experiences she's been having, and maybe if she should be meditating, right? It's kind of that conversation. And so really intense personal experiences, and so pretty intense 3-hour conversation to start off the day. And then when I got to work, I had heard over the weekend there's some issues in the political office, township office, about horses on the bike trail. There's stuff happening with it. There's been stuff happening about it. I thought I was the only one that had messages over the weekend about it. Turns out my maintenance guy did as well, and that became a big thing. And I had to contact another township supervisor, and contact the DNR, the state DNR, and talk to some other people about it as well. And there'll be other fallout from that, essentially more ongoing conversation. And then there was the birthday party to get ready for my maintenance guy, my head of maintenance actually. He was having a birthday party at the township today. And my deputy clerk, who I organized part of that, and she was supposed to bring something. She was out sick with a stomach bug. Heard about that early this morning. We then had an audit meeting, so I don't know how long I was in the audit meeting. Not super exciting meetings, but very important, obviously. And it was quite a while that we needed to discuss the audit. The governments get audited every year by a third party, and so we're setting up for that. Next week is when that actually goes down, all the paperwork. Then there was a scare from a number of residents on one of the lakes, Twin Lake, that we have on the north side, about blue-green algae, potentially dangerous algae on the lake. So I had to make multiple runs out there, and a person gave me a water sample to send into the company we hired to do that. I reached out to some other people about it, took some pictures, found out that it's probably just completely fine, but nevertheless, right, major concern of various residents, and I'm sure the rumors are spreading about that right now, and so it'll still be a thing tomorrow, of course. And then there was meeting packets, which I didn't make a ton of progress on, but I have to get those out on Wednesday for the meeting on Monday, so I have just a couple of days to put together those, and made a little bit of progress on them that's my board of trustees meeting. And then I was able to get some video equipment because I want to start shooting a course on some of the meditation stuff. The eventual plan is to have a course that is free and is better than all the other paid for courses. So version 1 might not quite be better than all of the paid for courses, but it would be excellent. And I'm getting video equipment for that. So I ran home, unpackaged some of that, realized there's some things I don't need. I need to buy more things. So I'm not a videographer right now, but I need to become decent over the near future. And then I had this political meeting to come to, and there were people here from the state Congress and from the county and local elections as well. And that ended up being a few-hour meeting here over a number of things, and I had to have side conversations with people with other political struggles that we're having with some of the state offices, and what we should do with maybe a county resolution over some of those issues and that type of thing, right? So the point is, I did 25 minutes of meditation this morning, and I did a 20-minute session where I was trying to work through my whole body, but it ended up being like I had some tension, right? Like there was some stuff there, and I didn't get as far as I want, but I had to start my day. I had to get ready to start going and stuff. I had that meeting at 8 a.m. And so I stopped after the 20 minutes. I set a timer for that, working through the body. Didn't really make it through the body very well. Covered the lower body decently well, but the upper body not so much. And I could feel some tension and just some stuff in my spine. And so I set another 5-minute timer and just did my spine for 5 minutes. And, I'm still rolling well. So I'm just about 15 hours in to doing a bunch of stuff, right, throughout the day, just like constant conversations, which take energy and thinking the entire way, and trying to resolve a bunch of problems that are popping up, things that I know are going to be problems and things that I really don't know are going to be problems for the day. And so probably need to meditate a little bit tonight. And then that resets me. That's why I settled on that name. It resets me to tackle all of the issues from today that are going to be still existing tomorrow, and things I've written in my calendar to get done tomorrow. But it also lets me tackle whatever is going to come up tomorrow, right? Because there's going to be another thing tomorrow, and then another thing the next day, another thing the next day. You need to reset yourself for it, essentially. And it allows me to speed up that processing and tackle the day anew. So that's the idea. Resetmeditation.com, working on setting up a private group to help people through that process, and then also personal coaching for anyone that wants to go that route and wants a little more support. So there's just like an example of the day and how I get it to help me, right? Because you don't really fit it in because I kind of need it. And so it helps push me through crazy long days like this. Not every day is like this, but a lot are.